Welcome to the MaxBet podcast, a podcast dedicated to everything gaming. I'm Landon Jones, here with Mike McKiskey. Let's get started. Welcome to the 50th podcast episode, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate all your support.
Yeah,
Can't believe it. It's only 50, but it feels like 5 years.
That's what I was gonna say. Like it's a hard perspective to go. Is it already 50 or is it only 50? Like you know, like what's the perspective? But it's crazy to see. So I guess thank you to everyone who's been listening and tuning in, because a couple knuckleheads in COVID just put some mics on the desk and started doing this, and now we've grown to 20,000 viewers a month and 95 countries, and it's like humbling and just completely overwhelming to be like, yo, we're still cranking now. We're at 50, and it's like on some cases like we got so many more we can do.
For sure.
Like there's still so many people we haven't touched or haven't talked to. So,
and if you guys haven't checked us out on YouTube yet, MaxBet Media on YouTube, throw us a like and subscribe.
Yeah, if you can subscribe,
it's growing that channel. And it's been a lot of fun, and it's fun to watch the films. If you guys watch on LinkedIn, we do a bunch of promo videos for the episodes.
1 to 2 minute shorts. Yeah, so follow us wherever you like. I mean, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. You can throw us a subscribe, throw us a follow. It doesn't cost anybody anything, but it helps us in a big way, so we'd appreciate you. Yeah,
but wherever you consume MaxBet content, we thank you for your support, and hopefully we continue to give you guys good content and entertaining shows.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's what we're looking for.
So with that said, how you feeling, buddy?
Sore.
I was gonna say, you look.
Are we gonna talk
get a little
about
lean? Why not, man? It's real life. So we're doing what? Modified 75 hard.
What?
So I'm doing a modified. So I'm doing one workout a day. I couldn't do 2 workouts. It's just not going to make sense with my schedule. But 1 workout a day, gallon of water, 10 pages of reading.
No drinking.
No drinking. Stick to a diet. Yeah, take a selfie every day. Yeah, so we're 4 days in as of right now.
Do you do the shirtless selfie?
Totally shirtless. Why wouldn't I?
Do you feel like an asshole like I do when I'm sitting there taking it?
No, because I don't have 6-pack abs.
My dog was judging me.
He's like, what are you doing, you idiot?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I feel like if I was like more ripped and it was like trying to really flex on the world, I'd probably feel like an idiot. But given my situation, I went, nah, I feel okay. Doesn't embarrass me at all. Like, plus I want to see in 75 days, or I guess from now, almost 70 days left, what that transition really looks like. So it'll be kind of interesting to go through almost like a flip book and go, oh, you didn't cheat on the diet and you actually turned out
So in our
good.
promo video on LinkedIn for when we make it 75 days, are you willing to share your
before and after? Yeah, I'll do
your
it.
nudie selfie.
Well, it's not naked. It's just shorts on. But yeah,
I've been taking mine naked.
Well, that's up to you.
No, I'm just
That's dealer choice, right? So, it started OnlyFans. Maybe you can do an OnlyFans. I'll just do the regular, fans.
Me off.
Like, sir, you don't have enough following. We're losing money on your subscribers. So that aside, so we're going to be jacked in magazine cover models here in a month and a half, 2 months. I'm excited. So not only is it because all the 75 hard will be good. Because listen, man, like everybody else, I feel like it's a pretty common theme. COVID put a little weight on the frame. I've always been a big guy, but then sometimes you check in the number, you go, whoa, that's a big guy. That's bigger than the guy I want to be, right? So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that all shakes out. But yeah, got to do something, and having you do it with me is keeping me online, because I don't want to feel like I'm cheating you. Like I can cheat myself easy.
We're 3 days into this, by the way, and Mike texts me on a Saturday night, and he's like, oh, man, I got to start. I'm starting this program tomorrow, this intense workout. I go, what are you doing? He's like, 75 days, 2 workouts, 1 gallon of water, 1 selfie. I go, I'm in.
Yeah, you didn't even blink. You're like, I'm down.
And so I've done it. I've done 4 days in a row now, but the no drinking, all that stuff, we're ready. We're rocking.
Well, you can feel the effects. I mean, right now I'm probably in that 4-day detox, a little tired, but they say, make it a week and your energy goes up. You're already seeing the energy because you stopped drinking before I did.
Yeah.
So you've been high up on the energy because you've cut out booze, almost 75 days ago.
Not necessarily. I think I haven't noticed like a huge energy thing on the no drinking. I've definitely noticed more time, but not a huge energy. But anyways, we're not here to talk about.
I was going to say, it's just not going to be a fitness pod all of a sudden. But hey, we're doing it. If you want to do it, let us know. We're in. We also got a few people signed up for our scooter crew.
Yeah.
So we got to do some video. Yeah, that's going to be fun. So we got that coming, Berkey boy. We're going to meet at your house and scoot. But today, big news.
Can you imagine us all going to Andrew's house on our scooters, ring the doorbell. Adrian answers. We're like, can
His
Andrew
wife.
play? We're here to
Can
hang
AB come
there.
out to play? Yeah. Yes, I can imagine because this is going to happen. And then, and she's great. She'll be like, yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah, please.
But, and then, so the other big news. So 50 shows.
Correct.
First two-timer. So it's our first repeat guest. We've been 49. Well, one was just us, 48 individual guests, and now Kevin Sweet for the double.
Yeah, this is we're breaking barriers today, aren't we?
He was our most commented, I would say. So he was in the world where, we did the show, and I probably got more texts on what he was talking about in his program than I had anybody else.
Yeah, he definitely got a lot of comments, and we're going to be talking about a hot topic today, which is influencers in the gaming world. Because Cosmo has really been leading the way with influencers. So we get to chat with him a little bit about that, see what he's been up to. There's a lot going on.
It's big. I mean, we were at NIGA and we saw that, Brian Christopher and Lady Luck do the panel about influence, and it's coming. So I think the reality is, and we'll ask Kevin, but he's on the front end of it, it's like you better start kind of paying attention to it. Like, not necessarily changing all your policies, but the reality is like, it works and it's there, and so it'll be interesting to see where the business goes.
Or you can just continue to advertise in print.
Yeah, which you disdain more than anyone I've ever met.
When was the last time you picked up a magazine?
I read not for gaming, right? I'd get most of my industry stuff online or from people post articles or videos. There's other people do short 2-minute videos, and I watch those, but. I read for entertainment. I'll read a sports magazine. Right. I'll read Esquire or something like that. But
is that where you got 75 hard from?
I don't know. No, I saw it. Yeah. So it's funny. So two of my friends are very fit. Like they start off very fit, and they did it, and they were ridiculously fit. So I was like, I don't need to be that, but even if I get close to their before picture, I'll feel a lot better. So I'm like, let's see what happens.
You're not quitting on me.
I wouldn't.
I don't quit.
Why would I?
We don't quit.
I play for keeps, right? We've established this. Yeah. So so that's exciting, and then we'll see where we go. Yeah,
man. So this is a big day. I'm excited, and let's just bring Kevin in and let's just pump it, baby.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's go to the moon.
To the moon.
You fucking idiot.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the MaxBet podcast, our second take, because we just filmed a 50-minute episode and we didn't record the entire thing. I'll take the blame. I'm calling myself out before this asshole can call me out.
Because I was just going to say, we're all hyped up. We got Kevin Sweet with us. He's the first ever repeat guest.
I know.
The 50th episode, big milestone for the podcast.
Correct.
50 minutes.
Correct.
And dead air on the recording. So
Kevin, thank you. Thanks
for your patience.
Back a third time.
Hanging out with us.
So it feels like a third interview, but excited to be back with you guys and take 2 of interview 2, and congrats on 50 episodes, and it's pretty cool what you guys have been doing. So kudos to you guys.
You sticking around to get the next one.
This will test our friendship.
Our third guest. This is our third repeat.
Yeah, well,
this will test our friendship. But.
The patience is trying. Oh man! So it's been about 9 months. I think it was right before Halloween. We had you on last time. No video, so we didn't have the camera set up last time. But how's everything been? How's life treating you?
Life, all things considered, is pretty good. Business is honestly booming.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty common statement, whether it's Cosmopolitan, Las Vegas in general, or the country as a whole. Casino volumes are through the roof. We personally have set a slot record month 5 months in a row, and talking to my buddies up and down the strip, it seems like they're doing the same thing. So, this pandemic has reinvigorated the gaming economy. That's for sure.
So does that mean you've won Employee of the Month 5 months in a row, or how does that translate?
Yeah, that hasn't come up actually.
You should be campaigning. Hey, 5 a record. You know how hard it is to set a record revenue at Cosmo?
I would give it to my team.
Put them on a plaque.
My team on the floor. The team's taking the phone calls and booking the reservations. They make me look good. I don't really do much.
So at your level, we don't do Employee of the Month. We give it to the actual workers.
I think Blue got the last Employee of the Month.
He's been Employee of the Month every month since we started this company.
So do you attribute the success to your property right now to the pandemic? Do you think that's from people just
cashing in
saving
on
in cash and
demand,
just pushing?
We talk about where is this money coming from,
right.
And I think there's a lot of different places. There definitely was pent up demand,
right?
So you didn't do anything for a year,
right?
So there's the pent up demand. There's revenge spending.
What's revenge spending? I don't know if I've heard that one.
Wealthy people that didn't get to do stuff are making up for it in spades.
Like going bananas. Yeah, I like it.
The unemployment top-up is probably a contributing factor.
Doesn't suck. Yeah.
Honestly, unfortunately, there's also a lot of fraud that took place over the last year from
all the PPP loans or whatever.
PPP loans and just unemployment and people getting unemployment that don't, and any of that stuff. I mean, you hate to say it, but that's probably a contributing factor as well.
What I'm always amazed by, so you read those stories just on that, these guys are going, oh, we defrauded, $1, $2, $3 million, sometimes more, I'm sure. Bought a Maserati or whatever fancy car, rided it. Not saying they would do it to Cosmo, but like just living their life and going, you don't think they're going to catch you? Like, you don't think they know? Like the IRS, I can't even tell you. Like 1 year I had like a $50 difference on my tax. Like I didn't do it right.
Haven't done my taxes. I'm too turned up.
And I wasn't trying to hide $50. I mean, they sent me a letter going, hey, actually you owe us like $6 more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, $6? Really? It costs you more to send me the letter than it is what you're asking for. These guys don't think they're going to catch the $3, $4, $5 million fraud. It's fascinating.
I think the government pretty much conceded if you took less than like 80,000, we're not even looking at it.
You're good to go. Yeah, so we don't have enough staff.
It was almost an $80,000 gift to anybody that's a thief.
I think they lost my check in the mail. I was looking for it every day.
I didn't even know how to apply. I was like, I don't know. I'm here. I don't need it. That's wild. So you mentioned, so there's an uptick, and I love the revenge spending idea. I'm assuming you gained some new players. Like, did you see where, for the first time, players are going, well, look, I can't go to the sporting events. I can't go to the movies. I can't go to the concerts. May as well give the slot machines or the table games a try.
Yeah, we definitely saw a newer, younger demographic hit the casinos, especially early on upon reopening. I mean, like you said, there was nothing else to do.
Right.
So if you were trying to get out of the house, California was completely locked down, and that's a third, 40% of the Las Vegas market is the drive-in California market. So these people that had nothing else to do started to play slots.
Yeah.
Which it will be great for the long-term health of the gaming industry.
Yeah.
Hopefully we got them into the loyalty program. Hopefully they start getting mail. They start getting free nights. Yeah. And then even as things pick back up, as the, sporting events, the concerts, the nightclubs are all back open, hopefully gaming just becomes a piece that never was a piece before of their budget.
We talk about like a younger generation of the gambler, right, coming in, and I don't know if we want to go into the topic right now, but Cosmo is well known right now online for being a place that influencers can go safely film. Yeah. And we were having a chat with Brian Christopher this morning, who says hello. He wanted me to tell you that on the pod. And so, Brian, it's your guy Kevin right here at the
Cashed
Cosmo.
it in. Yeah, exactly.
Brian's a good dude.
What are some results you guys are seeing from allowing just anyone to come in and film? Or, I mean, do you guys have rules or?
Yeah, the YouTube streaming influencer trend it's honestly only getting bigger. I definitely think that Cosmopolitan, myself, we're the first to truly embrace this type of thing, where to somebody that doesn't know, it's a guy literally holds his cell phone up to the slot machine and
this is what I'm doing.
He films himself playing. Sometimes it's live, so you can watch him live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and sometimes they record it and then do videos later.
Yeah.
And these people, I deal with like the big 5, big 6 of them, whether it's BC Slots, the Big Jackpot, NG Slots, D Lucky, Lady Luck. I mean, these people have hundreds of thousands of followers on the various channels, and it's a business for them. They're monetizing it. They're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart.
No, yeah, absolutely.
But they move the needle for the casino, for our casino. They are almost like free hosts, free marketing publicity.
Yeah.
Mini
hosts.
Well, that's what I laugh, because there's still the skepticism. You go, okay, I get that it's entertainment. I get that I can watch somebody play the game, win a jackpot, do their thing. That's cool. I make some YouTube ad money. Where some people were skeptical originally, and I might have been among them. I was going, but do people actually hear that and then come to the property? And I know that when we were doing a live shot with BC, we were just standing there, and then somebody goes, oh, I heard that, I saw you were on live stream. I was on my way to the post office. I said, forget that. I'm coming here. And then made an extra trip because they literally heard him live. So are you seeing that too, where players coming in going, hey, I saw Brian Christopher, Big Jackpot, whoever, and now I'm here. What's the game? Where do I play it?
There's definitely an after effect of when they play a game. The customers want to say, I watched him play this game. Where is it? But then they also, just as an example, the big jackpot had his 50th birthday party at our place last month.
That.
It looked like a crazy party.
It was like $100,000.
He did 50 pulls at $5,000 a pull.
Oh, my man.
So I was kind of gambling as much as he was in that one. Anything could have happened in 50 spins.
So for sure you are.
So
how'd that turn out for him? Did he break you, or did you come out ahead?
The casino did okay in that one.
Right.
So
right.
didn't lose my job.
You don't
over
have to
that.
talk about the specifics.
But he threw a birthday party for himself.
Sure.
He had, I think he booked like 65, 70 rooms on a Monday, on a Monday and a Tuesday. So I let his host kind of manage the whole process. If people wanted to book, there was discounted rates that people could book into. So that brings people. Like maybe they had been with us before, maybe they were playing at the neighbors and never really stayed with us, but they wanted to be at this birthday party.
Do their friends play traditionally? Like, do you watch kind of him filming and then his friends playing around him, or is it just?
It's his friends or it's his followers. I mean,
right.
Generally you're around like-minded people.
Right.
So
fair enough.
And my boss always says,
big entourage, right?
It's a big entourage.
You want to fish where the fish are.
Yeah.
So
smart.
Why would I not want to allow these people who are just playing slots, and there's no harm, there's no risk, there's no, you're not worried about them figuring out a hack on a slot machine. That did happen once 10 years ago with old school aristocrat machines, but in today's world, that's not going to happen. So why would you not want to allow these people? So to every other casino in America, don't allow these people into your casino.
Yeah, because they'll all come to you. Well, that's what's so fascinating, right? And I never understood it because it made sense with like blackjack. You're saying, hey, you can't have your phone. Like I still get yelled at. Like somebody will text me, I'll tell you guys, sir, put it down, fine. Because they don't want you counting cards, right? Because I'm sure there's an app that'll go +1, -1, and just show you you're up or down the deck and bet high. I get it. Slots, it's regulated. It's locked in, so you can't manipulate it. I've even had recent people texting me going, hey, somebody was putting magnets on games. Can that do anything? So I asked the engineers, they're like, can't do anything. It'd have to be one hell of a magnet. And even then, it wouldn't make you win. It would just scramble the game. So you couldn't, the game would just go down. Yeah. So there's really no way to like advantage play through a video
It's
and
just
win.
old school security rules that
don't want to deal with it.
It was the rule before, so they kept it as the rule, but it doesn't make any sense, and it's not a gaming regulation. And we've actually started to allow some table activity to be filmed.
Interesting, yeah.
With far more strict rules in place, like slot filming, we allow. You can only use a cell phone. You can't use any professional equipment. You know, we don't allow group polls in our high limit room. That's not really a filming rule. That's more of a like just kind of protect.
Raucous, Just
trying to protect the crowd control inside our high limit room, which is we have 70 games in there that does 30-40% of our win for the year.
Well, if they're mashing $5,000 a spin, it makes perfect sense.
But so as long as they follow the rules, and now with tables, we're starting to let them it's an overhead shot of the dealer's hands only, the chips and the cards, so you wouldn't be able to get in case the dealer exposed hole cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're doing it, but it's that's the next evolution. And you say the next evolution, which brings you back to like your guys' interview with Todd Hallsalter of Evolution Gaming. I mean, that's where the world is heading. So I need to keep it bricks and mortar. I need to keep it in house. So so let them do it.
Let them film it. Let them play.
You think that expands? You think that keeps growing, that industry, in terms of like the influencer lifestyle
more people
gaming?
Up trying to do that.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I think everybody's trying to carve out their own niche on the streaming. I actually just 3 hours ago got an email from a host saying, hey, one of my big players, he happens to be Indian, is thinking about doing a YouTube thing. I go, just let him know the rules. And and he's a big player. Like the bigger players seem to have a bigger following because I'll watch him. If you can win real money, it's fun.
Yeah, so it's funny. It seems like there's two types of audience. There's the guys that want to like watch you go 5,000 a spin because they'll never go 5,000 a spin, right? They're sitting there going, what is that like? They ride the roller coaster with you. This guy's probably a big player. I don't know what his numbers are, but people don't do that. Not everybody has $1 million or $250,000 to just go in and test their luck. But then I've noticed a lot of comments where people go, no. I just want to see how the game actually functions, right? So like with BC, he just plays the game, films it, and people go, oh, okay, I got it. It was about 30 spins to the bonus, and you won this much. Thanks for the real look at the game versus some fantasy, $250,000 spin.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, you want to watch somebody play the level that you're comfortable playing. Yeah. And I'll watch all these things. This is how I find out on a new game I don't have. I watch, I fast forward to see at least a bonus round so I can see what the bonus is. And then I'll watch some of them on live. Like I'm Facebook friends with them when they go live, and
Pops up.
It's fun watching them play when I'm sitting on my couch and they're playing at my casino.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Talking to my shift manager.
I texted you the other night. I was watching NG's just sitting there filming himself, and then he goes, I hear Kevin's voice in the background.
Nice.
He goes, hey, what's up, Kevin? Kevin's like, hey, how you doing? He's like, oh, good. And I was like, oh my gosh, just heard you. I'm on YouTube. I'm
watching you right now. Yeah, that's not weird.
It does happen. They are there. And people walk up to these streamers as though they are celebrities. I mean, they each kind of all now have like something they hand out to somebody.
Look at like Logan Paul, man. I mean,
it's a whole different program.
But it's a lifestyle brand, and these people are owning that space. Yeah.
And it's a bit like they are monetizing this as best they can. I mean, you get paid off your viewer count on the different channels. They know how long a video should be to get X number of commercials in there to maximize. They know how to do their
wild.
It's really cool.
We had someone from our company. It's like, we should hire Brian. I'm like, do you know how much Brian's making? He's making more than you and me and him combined.
Because they wanted to bring him as a full time. They were trying to say, like, we'll just bring him and we'll have him work here. We're like, guys, like, no, he makes more than the CEO. Like, no offense. Like, that's a big thing for him. So we just laughed and they're like, oh, really? It's like, yeah, it's not. Not everybody's there, but it does exist. So
that's great.
So good. If you want to be the next influencer, take your iPhone, go to the Cosmo, see what you press your luck.
Did we go into the wrong core business of podcasting instead of filming
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
Yeah. Your TikTok got some good views and you're gambling on it.
I didn't know that was 10. We did. That thing blew up.
I haven't. That's the one application I haven't gotten on yet.
It's TikTok.
I don't need to see 12-second dances, and they all end up on Instagram anyway.
They do. Yeah. They kind of cross. Anyways, yeah. Outside of this world, what else are you guys attributing to your success outside of just pent-up demand, influencers?
Is that not enough for you?
I think we've done a pretty good job, especially at our property, of maintaining a fresh floor. I think I can guarantee you that no one in the city has more leased product participation games than we do. We're running 34% of our slot floor is leased right now, which is a high number. And I know it's a high number, but I mean, we're setting record month after record month.
If you're profitable, what does it matter?
And I don't have bosses above me that are managing for expenses. They want to make money, and these new machines allow us to do that. So you're not going to cut your way to EBITDA records, or you're not going to do that for a long time. You might do it for a month, but you gotta grow your slice of the pie.
Right.
And if the Las Vegas Strip or the city in general is one big pie, Cosmopolitan's share of it has only gotten bigger.
Yeah, that's nice. Somewhere right now, there's manufacturers clapping in their car going, Kevin, fight on, my brother. Everyone else is 10%. You're 33. We could do some deals.
I don't like paying the checks every month, but
if it's still,
it's a necessary evil. I'm not going to cut off my nose to spite my face.
We talked about this a little bit earlier, but you said kind of you guys opened in June, and instead of these brick and mortar casinos or casinos buying new games, they were leasing product to be able to get new content on their floors. Is your 33% because you guys kind of like went above and beyond to try to get some new product on your floor? Is that where you guys are stable at 33? You guys have been there?
Honestly, we're pretty stable there. We've probably increased a little bit. Coming out of reopening, everybody anticipated not great numbers. Right. So everybody's budgets were constrained. I have my normal yearly capital budget for new machines, which was cut to zero. Like you're not buying anything. Everybody was in survival.
The door's closed. No more new stuff.
So that the spigot has opened a little bit.
Yeah.
We're owned by Blackstone. The numbers are strong. If I need money, I'm going to get the money I need to buy machines.
It's like the red phone.
But
Mr. Blackstone.
But we leaned in, and we have I have removed product that hasn't performed before my competition probably has even signed the contract, let alone gotten it. I mean, I generally think the vendors like to work with us because we are nimble, we are agile.
Yeah.
I don't have to go to 40 people to get approvals. There's next to no red tape. The red tape at the most is me calling our CEO, and he says, "Do it."
Wow.
There's never anything more than that.
Person's just like
that's the bad phone. Yeah.
Whereas other companies have layers and red tape and bureaucracy, and we just don't have that, which I think is one of the keys to our success over the last 7 years of owning the property.
Most companies succeed when they're nimble, right? Whether it's 100%. An operation of a casino or tech development, if you can move quick, then
you feel that though, man. Like, and I'm not just kissing your ass because you're standing in front of me, but you walk to the.
Be an awkward video.
It's a different podcast. You walk your floor and you just feel that energy. Like, it just feels like a cool, young, fun, hip place to work. And it's always felt like that to me. It never really That's
what they were going for.
Yeah, I mean, you can. Congrats.
You can walk a floor and tell if it's stale or not.
Oh, for sure. Even bigger properties, man. Even like big billion-dollar properties, you walk and you're like, this floor doesn't do it for me.
Well, customers need new. We're no different than Disneyland.
Yeah.
And you need new rides every time you come.
For sure.
So I might not always have tons of new stuff, but there's no way that anybody's coming. If they come at least every other week, we don't have new stuff.
Every other week. I'm just waiting to go, if you come once a month, then you'll be fine. But every 2 weeks, you're getting more and more new stuff.
I mean, our calendar, Monday through Thursday, we do projects without fail.
That's wild. So earlier we were talking about online from an influencer's perspective, but you mentioned evolution and online gaming. Is there any buzz of that coming here in a more expanded way? I mean, I know we have sports betting and poker, I think, is still running, but
we say here, I don't think Nevada is going to adopt it quickly.
Soon, yeah.
I mean, the biggest barrier to the proliferation of online gaming has no longer with us.
Yeah, right.
So that will be something. And now that company has completely changed stances and once sells their Las Vegas assets and says we're going heavy online. So it's fascinating how things can change with a company. I don't see Nevada going quickly to online, but new states keep opening up, and so I think Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and I think Michigan launched in the last 2 weeks of online live dealer.
Yep.
So I think they're in 4 states. I think one other state has it, but so that's Jersey, live dealer.
Pennsylvania, Michigan,
New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and maybe Illinois.
I was going to say Illinois. Yeah, I think it is Illinois because Barstool. I remember that.
Yeah, Barstool was filming in March Madness last year. So the online, what sucks for that is whereas a country approves it everywhere else in Europe.
Yeah.
We have 50 states that are going to have to approve
individually,
and they're going to have to approve their own rules, and then Evolution's going to have to build a studio in every single state.
Yeah, that's wild.
So they're going to struggle to get the economies of scale, but it's also going to be so expensive for anybody else to do it that they'll be the only player in the market
already. You look at the numbers and it's like, so they're kicking butt even against slots in a lot of cases, right?
Just they're like the Peloton of online gambling. You get on, you're like, I want to work with Sherry today. Yeah. Sherry. Yeah.
You're not wrong though. It's fascinating, and it's to your point about like influencers. It's kind of the same thing. Like if you want to watch big jackpots, you can do it. If you want to watch a hot male or female deal cards, you can do it. If you want to watch it in Spanish, you can do that. Like it's fascinating the amount of games they can offer from
all that's
studio.
Coming. It's been sportsbook a year plus ago was the buzz. Probably 2 to 3 years ago that was the buzz, and now it's cashless gaming is the buzz. But I think every state has been relatively disappointed with the revenues from sports books because they're never supposed to be there.
Well, right.
It wins 4%.
We've known that for the last 5 years. It's the biggest.
Not a secret.
In this
So, but it's the get your foot in the door to get online gaming. Right. I mean that's.
Do you guys have a mobile sports book at your property?
We have a leased sports book.
Got it.
So we do not have that.
No worries. I was just curious.
And you guys have plans, or are you just gonna kind of stay in the lease?
The juice won't be worth the squeeze for us to go into that.
No, I get it.
That's
an expensive business
squeeze,
to run right there. That's
an
expensive squeeze. That's a big squeeze.
That's a lot of squeezes. Yeah.
You called. We talked about this on the last podcast that we just filmed.
The one that we're refilming. Into time,
that the tribes were going to be coming to Las Vegas.
Yeah,
and you nailed that. So I want to talk about that a little bit. Sam Manuel bought the Palms.
Sweet Stradamus. He said the tribes were coming.
And we got one of them. We got one of them down. So Sam Manuel's here. I gave 3. I said Seminoles and somebody out of Oklahoma, whether that's Choctaw or Chickasaw, needs to be here.
Which one do you think out of those two?
If I had to pick, I would pick Choctaw. That would be my guess.
I would go Chickasaw on that. I like the Choctaw. I like them both.
This is my favorite.
I like them both.
I just wanted the other.
Why'd you make it weird?
Whatever you were betting, I wanted to go against.
One of us will be right, unless one of the other tribes I'm unaware of. But
somebody that's not them is calling, going, "I'll show you guys."
I think the whole city is pretty excited for new ownership, new blood. We're all rooting for San Manuel to get the Palms open, they stole it from Red Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they got. I think they paid for it what the renovation cost was that Stations put into
That's
it.
crazy.
So that doesn't count what Stations paid for the asset
Originally, yeah. Right.
So basically they got it for free. So San Manuel has the database, they have the money, they have the marketing knowledge. It's not going to be easy because there is a huge difference from being on the strip to being 1 mile off the strip.
Right.
But I think it's going to be exciting once they open. It's going to breed some new life into the city.
It's funny because we all should have saw it coming, right? Because even before they actually did their deal, I mean, it's been years. They've been official sponsors of Knights hockey, and they billboards up and down.
Writing was on the wall.
So you're going, oh, well, maybe they're just, and I'm just an idiot going, oh, well, maybe their LA players are coming. They just want to market to them on the way home. But it's like, no, they were setting the seeds for this a while ago, right?
It's fascinating. I think I was talking to a buddy who manages a tribal casino. A lot of them think successful marketing is having a lot of billboards in places because their constituents can see it.
Yeah.
You can't see how good of a Facebook marketer you are, or how good at search engine optimization you are.
Right.
But you say, we have 7 billboards on the Las Vegas Strip.
Yeah.
And if you go drive to Las Vegas, you'll see them.
Yeah.
Do you think that drive business, billboards, and print? Like, how many times have you're a gambler.
Print more than.
How many times have you been driving down a road, not even outside Las Vegas, and you're just driving, you're like, oh, Paula, I'm going to get off the exit right now.
I ask that question a lot. I don't oversee brand marketing, and
Yeah.
it's really just about brand awareness.
Right. Okay.
So I don't think you're making your purchasing decision by passing a billboard, but when you're driving into Las Vegas, you might see our Wicked Spoon buffet thing billboard. You might see our Block 16 with the delicious Hattie B's chicken sandwich on it. And that might say, I'm here for 3 days. I've heard of Hattie B's. We need to make that a stop.
I want that sandwich.
I don't think you're going to say, I'm going to stay at Cosmopolitan because I saw a billboard, but you're going to possibly shift one of your meals to our property.
I can tell you I've seen more marketing, and again, back to the influencers on YouTube of people playing at your property than I have all around town.
Yeah, but you're also in the wormhole, right? So
I'm
now
in the
YouTube
wormhole.
knows that you like this kind of thing, so you're getting extra served. Like, I don't.
Damn wormhole.
Yeah, you're in it.
All right.
Oh,
Well, you just took my sample and just smashed it down.
That's what we do. What we do. It's payback for blowing the whole first recording.
Thank you.
So have you been, have you been gambling yourself lately, or has it been mostly just work, and nose to the grindstone?
I certainly still enjoy the gambling. I've probably spent more time making terrible short-term stock options plays than sitting at a blackjack table.
Is there one that's gone wrong, like in a way that you would be willing to share?
GameStop.
Stock.
Yeah, actually, I am a moron. I'm actually in puts right now that have not gone well that expire in November on GameStop. I've been waiting for the crash, so I bought $110 puts when this spike happened.
Yeah.
And there has been no crash.
For you to come out ahead, where does it have to drop to?
God, I paid $60 a contract. It has to go under $50 by November, which doesn't seem likely. I'm an idiot, but it's whatever.
Hey, as long as you gamble responsibly, whether it's slot machines or stock market, you're fine.
I've had some hits, but
Yeah.
I've also had misses.
It's funny, man. I saw that Wall Street bet stuff, and I was like, should I get in? I don't even know how to get in. Like, I don't do a lot. I have my financial advisor, and they just do their thing, and I'm going, probably for the best, because I might be like, hey, I'm going to get in on GameStop and then get shut down or
If
whatever.
you just a year ago just bought everything, every piece of travel, and
Would've been
you think
huge.
you're great. I buy Side Games at 7, I sell it at 14. I think I'm a genius, and it's at 50. You know?
Yeah, right.
So I did that with every.
Good job, Matt. Yeah.
I'm like the Palms. I went and bought a condo, remodeled the whole thing, and then moved back to Vegas and lost all the money on the remodel. So I'm like you. Well, I don't know if you do that, but
You're like Stations.
I thought Stations was just going to buy the Palms back from themselves.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
We're going to sell it back
But
to
even with all
ourselves.
these closed casinos, they're setting record EBITDAs. I mean, and we got new competition now. Resorts World just opened on the Strip, and
Fascinating. Yeah, that's a good property.
Yeah.
It's I'm so jaded because you hear it go, well, it's a $4 billion property. And so I'm like, is this what $4 billion looks like? Like,
Yeah.
what's the cost of goods here? Like, it's a beautiful property. The restaurants were nice. We had a couple different places, but I'm just laughing. I'm going, $4 billion is a lot of money, man. Right?
A lot of money.
but think about how big that is. And think about how big Cosmopolitan is, which also costs $4 billion. It's money's. I mean, you can't build anything now for less than $1 million a key, at least.
What does that mean? $1 million a key?
So if you have 3,000 rooms, you're
I see.
going to spend at least $3 billion, at least.
Oh, no way. Okay. Yeah. See,
It's impossible.
Interesting.
You can't.
It's
you
like
can't do
square
it.
footage, but for casino charge.
yeah, it's like price per square foot for your house, but for that thing, so it's per key. Interesting.
But they did a great job. But I mean, their fixtures, it's
look,
how fancy is your FF&E? You know,
sure.
it's their ceilings and their lobbies are impressive. I think they did a nice
Yeah,
job.
you're gonna have a good time walking around taking pictures. That's for sure. Like, there's a lot of stuff. There's like that cool sphere thing, like in the, I don't know if it's the front or whatever side it is by the bar, but yeah, it's pretty wild.
Every casino now will have. We started it with Block 16.
A little food court. Yeah.
But theirs is Block 16 on steroids.
Right.
And I think they have like either 18 or 24 outlets. But every resort now is going to have that, and that will be one of the things that Cosmopolitan should be known for is creating the food hall.
The quick hit food, but quality food. Like
and I think you'll see, as an overall change in the city, buffets. There will still be a few buffets. There will be a handful of buffets.
Right.
But people will take out buffets and put in food halls.
Makes sense. I'm a big guy, man. I used to love the buffets. Even now, I'm like, I don't need all that, man. Like,
No.
you just realize, like, when you're playing college football, you're 21, you flip somebody $15 at the feast or whatever, and you're going, I'm taking this place now. Right? Like, let's be honest.
Yeah,
but,
you change the food margins.
yeah,
for
you're like,
sure.
hey, I win, right? I beat you guys. Now I'm like, dude, there's no, now, like, I mean, they're a little more expensive than $15, but still, it's like, unless it's lobster tail night, I'm not coming out ahead of this thing. Like, I just can't shovel it in like I used
The only
to.
buffets that will survive are the ones that are charging the $60, $70 and
If you're getting premium seafood or something, maybe it's worth it.
People complain about expensive buffets. It's like, well, if you go to any steakhouse, if you go to any fine dining cuisine, you're spending $100 a head,
Right?
And you're getting one meal.
And you get one lobster tail instead of as many as you can eat, or crab legs.
The buffet is still an incredible value, even at a $65 price point. Like,
Be interesting to see like people just shoveling it in, or just the social distancing dynamic now. Do you want to be in that, like looking around?
yeah, that will be a pandemic after effect.
Right.
As the buffet goes bye bye.
It'll be interesting. The bus programs, buffets, like any of these special programs are bye-bye. See ya.
And we've also learned we don't need them.
Yeah.
Right.
We're all making record month after month as an overall property.
Right.
And why lost leader shouldn't exist anymore. So I get why the local casinos
Do you
aren't.
invest that money though back into the player in any way, shape, or form? Like with
A good operator will. A bad operator is just going to take it and
Keep it to themselves.
cut their
Get
way
the
to
bonuses for the-
EBITDA.
yeah.
But good operators will find new cool things to offer that take the place of.
did you do that?
Well, again,
Right on the spot.
You're like shit. The other good operators. I'm the one that didn't. But,
Yeah.
our buffet is open, is
Yeah.
functional, is operational.
but cost cutting, like you give that
Reinvest,
back.
yeah.
We truly did not cost cut anything.
Right.
We've doubled down on making sure our amenities are nicer.
Right.
You had to change some things. We used to do nicer food in high limit slots as an example.
For sure.
But you can't just have open food anymore. So it's been limited, but we
Yeah.
didn't get rid of the food. We've just done what we're
Right.
able to do. We have individually wrapped cookies that, if you go on like Vital Vegas's Twitter page, like when they came back, it was like the biggest thing. Like our cookies have a following of their own. Like, but
Secret pizza, we're good.
Cookie Monster.
but the little things, all of our rooms are open. We brought back all of our
Yeah.
staff. We did not cut our way to anything. We know the importance of providing. We charge a premium, so we're going to provide
Guest
a premium service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. So it's funny. So like what I'm noticing is it feels like because of the power of social media, whether it's influencers or not, a lot of people have things that are like photo ops, right? It's
Yeah.
like resort. I don't know if that dome was the
Yeah,
reason
yeah,
they did
yeah,
it at resorts, but I feel like historically people would always want to take a picture in the chandelier bar.
Chandelier bar. We
Where's
got
my
the shoe.
The shoe. I was just gonna say. I was like, that high heel shoe. I've seen more on my Instagram and social medias recently. I'm like, what's going on with the shoe?
Love
Like
the
everyone's
shoe.
just
It shows up on the security report every day of who falls over the shoe. But
what a genius! You've more than paid that investment back. I don't know how much a giant high heel cost, but
one thing the place did open, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And they built a cool place with
No
some
doubt.
with some really cool things.
So if you want a shoe into social media, get yourself a shoe.
Oh, punny guy you are. Punny guy. So this has been fun, man.
Yeah,
it's
this has
been
been good.
fun 50th. We got it actually on tape this time, which is exciting.
Oh, I'll never live that one down.
What you might just it'll take me a week or two to forget.
Perfect.
I got CTE at some point, so I won't
Great.
remember forever. So last time I think you were on, we called out Justin Beltram, who is
Correct.
in the process. We're scheduling him. We're working trying to get him when he's here because it's better live.
He's been traveling a bunch to Washington.
Yeah, he's building a huge business. I mean, of course,
Correct.
got busy.
Yeah,
Maverick is doing some big things. They started with 2 little properties in Wendover, and now they're up to, I think, 24 assets.
A ton of card rooms in the Washington.
We're excited to talk to him.
Washington, Colorado, Nevada.
It's coming. So
this is the push we needed.
We have not forgotten.
Yes.
And it's just a matter of timing. So my question for you is, second round, who do you want to call up next time?
There's actually a buddy. He's the GM of Sycuan Casino, actually. Rob Sinelli.
Yeah.
Dang, I like Rob.
Playing golf with Rob in 2 weeks.
Couple weeks, up in Newport.
So Rob Sinelli is a good friend of mine. I actually worked with him in Las Vegas Sands, and now he runs on Sycuan. I saw him a couple weeks ago. He's become GM of Sycuan. He become GM of a golf course.
Yeah, right.
So he was telling me stories about golf course management that he's learning, and like how the expense of watering is like the biggest, like just really cool stuff. So he'd probably be a good interview.
He's great.
Awesome.
We'd love
and
to
he's got
we've already chatted
Macau
with him a little bit about it.
Yeah, so that's perfect.
I'd love to have Rob on.
Good
We should do it from Newport.
Bring the gear.
Bring it up.
MaxBet on the road.
MaxBet remote. We'll come up with a better
Pelican Hill podcast. I'm in.
The Pelican Pod. Awesome. Well, it's been fun. Thanks for being our first repeat guest. 50 episodes in the bank.
Congrats on 50 episodes.
Thanks,
I can't wait to be here for 250.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking around and letting us redo this. That's the biggest one for me. So.
And if you're listening, go to the Cosmo and test your luck. Maybe you can become a slot influencer. Worst case scenario, you're going to gamble a little money and have a little fun. So
correct.
Give it a whirl.
Awesome.
Thanks,
you
brother.
guys.
Take care.